Hello again, Karis. As you can see behind me, my stuff is still everywhere. I'm also sorry, Karis, for your loss of your mug, well, the brokenness of it, because nostalgia and hurties. Today I'm going to do a video on frequently asked trombonist questions. Now, as a trombonist, people often ask me questions about the trombone, so if I've directed you to this, you've probably asked me a question. Yeah, hopefully this clears it up a little bit. Some people watching this might be asking themselves, what even is a trombone? This is a trombone. The trombone is a member of the brass family, as it is made of brass. This is coated in nickel, which is why it looks silver. And unlike most brass instruments, instead of using valves, it uses a slide. Before I go any further, I'd just like to explain some of the parts of the trombone. So here we've got the mouthpiece, which we blow into. Then here we've got the slide, so this is this comes off even. So this is the outer slide and this is the inner slide, which need to be well lubricated so they can slide easily. Then we have the tuning slide, which you pull it in and that also comes off. You pull that in and out to tune the instrument, and then you've got the bell down here. As well as that, we've also got a bit of a slide lock, so if you're not playing for a little bit, it just stays in first position. And we also have the spit valve. And so to make the sounds come out of the trombone, you do like a raspberry with your mouth into the mouthpiece. Into the mouthpiece, and then desk is there, and then happens. Now please do note that this is a trombone and not some of the following instruments: a trumpet or a tuba. And it isn't a saxophone either, but I don't have anyone in my immediate family who plays a saxophone. And a saxophone is part of the woodwind family because it has a reed instead of your lips to make the vibrations of the noise. So they're really not related very much at all, other than they make music. So the next question I get asked the most, other than do I play the trumpet or tuba, which I do not, I play the trombone, is how do you remember where the notes are? Because of course on a valved instrument or something, you just have to remember a combination, whereas the trombone, it's a slide, there are no combinations on the slide. But there are kind of other combinations. So the trombone has 7 different slide positions. So if we move out and then we move in is going up a semitone each position. So for example, an E all the way in 7, then an F in 6, then an F sharp in 5, then a G in 4, then a G sharp in 3, then an A in second, and then a B flat in first. And how we remember those slide positions is you practice, lots of practice. Your ear gets pretty good at picking where the note sits, so your intonation is pretty good as a trombonist. And also use like the indicators, like the bell and the length of your arm, and also just bring it all the way in. So that kind of gives you a bit of an idea of where things are. And then just like any other brass instrument, how tight our lips, or how tight our lips are, means how high the tone is. So on the mouthpiece, I'll just demonstrate. So can't really do it that low on this one. And then like really high one. And with that we can move up the scales, we can just play. So for example, just changing how tight my lips are, I can play B flat on 4 different octaves. So we got the and then so the answer to how do I remember where the notes are, lots of practice, 7 slide positions, how tight my lips are, practice. The next question that I get asked very often is, what comes out of your spit valve? The spit valve, of course, is this bit. So you just do that, and once you've been playing for a while, some water will come out. It's also called the water key, or water valve sometimes. And it is a surprisingly important part of the instrument. You can do an experiment right now with me if you'd like. So, if you have a window or a mirror, that is fairly cool, go and breathe some hot air on it. So just like, if you do this for a little while, you will see some fog starting to appear and some little droplets coming down. These droplets are the same thing that comes out of the spit valve. Admittedly, there might be a little bit of spit, but mostly it's just condensing a warm air from your lungs. And it is important because after we've been playing for not even that long, it starts to build up and you start getting this put 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 sound. And this is also why there are always puddles at in the front of the seats of the trombonists in any band. My third and final question for today is, why do I play the trombone? I think this is the same, the answer is the same answer that I would give to why. Why do you sleep? Or why do you breathe? Why do you eat? Why do you run? Why do you talk to people? It's because I like it. Although breathing and eating might be somewhat more necessary. I know that's not many questions. If you have any questions sitting there watching this video, please put them in the comments. I will probably type a little bit answering these questions. And maybe even make a future video. Who knows? I look forward to seeing you in next week's video, Karis. School is nearly finished for the year for me. Wow, amazing. Exams are coming. I will see you next week. Enjoy yourselves, and everybody else. Comment, please. Yes.